We will practice that transition, but welcome back everybody, and welcome to, well, a race number 1 of the new season. It is new season hype, season 6 if I am not mistaken, and we start in China. I am very sorry for the chaotic start to the season in general, late announcement for teams, as I have been in holidays for the last 2 weeks. And, well, not been around to get stuff done as good as I wouldn't call it as good as usual, but the usual way. Let's phrase it like that. We are not in the elite tier yet. Let's change that real quick. Instead, we'll be starting off with the good old challenger tier. We have a bunch of new drivers. We have insanely full grids. Well, if we consider the signups, even the Hulkenberg in Dunk on You that we see later, big name just as a reserve driver. Everyone, well, will likely be, well, looking forward to pick him up for a race if they need someone. I am disturbed by the lack of sound. But I hope... Why isn't there sound? Well. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if that buffers out or if that's just big time mess up. Why isn't there sound? There's no sound at all. There's sound from the menu and stuff. Great. Okay, we are finally fully going. First driver out is the good old, well, excuse me. I think that's... Is it Clay? Yeah, we have Clay and Clayton now, and Clay is Sir Lancelot for this one. Go to menu and then close it. It's Formula E. Well. I think we're still racing in the good old F1. And yeah, 16 drivers in Challenger today. I have not looked in the check-ins for Elite, but I hope there's gonna be quite a bunch as well. Elite teams are filled to the maximum. No free seats left over there. And quite a new lineup over there as well. Over here we have some known faces and some comebacks as well. Jean-Luc has been absent for a while, I think. Yellemiller, of course, making his return into the Challenger tier, as it is a little bit stronger than it was at his departure, where he had to go to Elite because he was just a bit too strong, winning every race with like 20 seconds or something. So yeah, he's joining back with his own old teammate, keyboard driver, in the Williams. Chonker making his return as well. I'm quite looking forward for that. And apart from that, we have the known faces of the Rocket Sundays, Formula Sundays drivers. We have 18 checked in for Elite. That's big. I've heard like 4 people couldn't do it, but apparently they had like 2 reserve drivers or something. It's gonna be good. Like everything above like 15, 16 ish promises some good racing. As we see over here, the entire track is filled with cars. And there we have it. Clay with the first timed lap, 1 minute 33. Let's hop over to Yarp in the AlphaTauri. A driver that we have not seen yet, I think. Or at least I can't really remember. Oops, and that looked like a little bit of a mess up. Certainly not in for a best lap here. Who are we gonna spectate instead? I think most of the guys will be on the end of their respective stint. Yes, this is PC. I think Discord information should be somewhere in the description. If you want to join via that, that shall be quite easy. I hope so. I doubt the links are invalidated again. That was a bit of a yikes for Ginge here, as he invalidated his lap on the very last turn, as it's quite common. That turn is absolutely treacherous for invalid laps. And, well, who do we have on timed lap still? Yarp is... Wait, is the stat board wrong or is the tire color wrong? Because it says he's on the softs. But to me it looks like he's on the mediums. Let's see if that was not a bit too far. Okay, he's actually allowed to race on for the next lap. As, yeah, half of the drivers got their first timed laps in. And we are on with Yarp for another. The AlphaTauri coming through that first sector. This time I'm not losing it. Yellow is good enough for Elite. To be honest, I mean, Gorando, you and Ballap, I think were the lowest seeded team by time. So yeah, the bar for Elite is quite high. As I think, have you won a race, Mr. Gorando? I think you've been quite successful at some time in Formula Sundays. Yeah, Meshik saying that last turn was off track for sure. I am wondering as well how he was allowed to do that very next lap that we are seeing right now. And yeah, yellow is good enough for Elite probably, but so are quite a bunch of drivers. Percy and Ginge were almost in Elite, I think. Percy and Ginger Ninja, the two McLarens currently sitting at the back, were the highest seeded challenger tier. Yellow didn't have good time trials. I checked him. Yeah. Ah, you won the Rain Championship. So yeah. I mean, the bar is quite high. But yeah, Yellow will have some competition this time. I hope at least. Goldfish in the Alpha, currently sitting in P2. Should be some decent opposition. I think if I remember... Have we seen Martin race already? I have the feeling that we have seen him race. I don't mind being demoted. Maybe I could win a race then, lol. Hey, if Yap did it, you can do it too. No offense. But yes, offense. Yeah, Fabian has taken over the pain of Herbie to see his drivers in Challenger. Gimp there. Wait, is Clayton... Are the Alfa Romeo Fabian drivers as well? I don't think so, right? Goldfish just independently signed up for Alpha now. Yep. Yeah. Poxinho, as we call him. 002500. I think this might have been like literally his second point scoring finish in that season. SMH Fabian 2-time Challenger winner when? Wait, didn't Fabian win races in Challenger? I have the feeling that the 2 races I drove in Challenger were won by Fabian. Or at least some of them. Which would justify him going up into Elite. To be honest, even... yeah, okay. No, back in the days Challenger was something different, but... I think I would quite enjoy race again myself, at least on the right tracks. But instead we will be watching with joy. Has anyone seen today's race by any chance? Because I missed it. I only saw that Hamilton is the uncontested most time winner now. Bring back speed, heel whip these wannabes. Speed was something different. It was hilarious. I don't know, did he ever drive an Elite? I can only remember like the Challenger race that he had, where he just drove the entire race on the soft compound after pitting in the first lap or something. It was something else. Speed is way too much. I think he did drive an Elite, if Meshik says that. But anyways, we have Martin here. He's probably gonna finish his first hot lap now, unless it gets invalidated in the very last turn. He stomped us as well. Okay, yeah. Oh, and that was not too bad. P3 for the Haas here. They group up together. The start of today's race was quite insane. Ah, yeah. I heard about Sainz P1 or something. I think Dunk put it in the Discord or something. In the lead, Raikkonen P6. What the hell? I'm looking forward to see the highlights later on. But yeah, I've heard that the finish was quite the usual. Merc win, obviously. I mean, sometimes he would spin and we could take some wins from him. Yeah. Speed was... It was a good time. Just as the Season 1 Apex squad with Storm and Mickey, who just absolutely dominated everything. I think Mickey has had... I think his record was he came P1 in Season 1 every single time when he finished the race. If he didn't finish the race, someone else won, but if he finished, he just won every single time, and that was... Up until Jack came, then it was Jack, the good old man up on the top. We should have swapped to another driver. I'm rambling. How about Clayton? He has not finished a lap. And he will not finish a timed lap neither. Charles and Pierre did very well, to be honest. Yeah, okay. I mean... Every point finish that Charles can produce. Yeah, level has gone up now, but I think he would still be on the top. Yeah, probably. I mean, he was very strong back in the days, and I think Meshik should have been racing too back then. So yeah, two of our finest drivers have experienced that dominance and the speed dominance. Different times. By the way, speaking of different times, I completely missed A, the improvement of pretty much every time out of the top 4, and B, the two McLarens, who were the top seats, claiming P1 and P2. Front row lockout for the McLarens. Certainly something we want to see. But... I did experience that. After him, it was me dominating. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Jack has won the title 2 times, whilst you were dominating. Due to unfortunate circumstances. But yeah. Speed had a top 20 time trial in Hockenheim, I think. Yeah. Speed was something different. He really... Oh my god. It was just beautiful. The good old Formula Sundays history. We love it. We have the racing points on outlaps. I think pretty much everyone else is not on an outlap or anything. Most of the guys chill in the pits. I think there's gonna be quite a bigger bunch of drivers who are gonna come out in the foreseeable future, as one more stint is clearly possible, and that is what most of them will be doing, as I don't think every one of them has had 3 stints. Pace on his potentially last attempt here. Yeah, I think he should not be able to go into the pits and come out again with new tires, so either this lap or the follow-up, if he does one, is gonna be his last lap. That's a decent time in Sector 1, made up a bunch of time, but to be fair, he's 1.7 behind P11 already, so will be tough for him to gain much ground, but I think P9 to P11 are quite bunched up here, so he might have a shot on that. He needs to improve a little bit more though. Don't know where his major mistake might have been in his first timed lap, as it's quite possible to gain much time during that right-hander that was semi-well driven by him here. But yeah, I had the top time trial time in Abu Dhabi. Did you? Out of the Sundays drivers or like global? I doubt that global would be a thing. We would be absolutely smashing everyone out there then. Everybody lies. In the wet with F2 cars. Okay. And to be honest, these niche categories are like only 5 people were in the standings. I did like the short Bahrain with one of the 1970s cars once, but was still not able to sneak myself up into the higher ranks. But hey. Oh, we're gonna see the towing here. Ginge and Percy. McLaren's together. Why is he going out of the slipstream? Are they gonna do it for the next lap? Okay. Maybe they are doing it for this lap, but I wonder why. I don't think his time has been too bad up till that point. But yeah, he's definitely pushing hard. Last chance for both of these drivers. But hey, the Percy POV is quite decent to see both the 2 top placed drivers right now going for the last attempt of a better time. First sector, not optimal. You can lose so much time in the little turns 1, 2, 2. I think it's only 2 turns. Maybe it's 3 or 4. But the little snail in the beginning. Oh my. That has been a decent spin. And that's certainly gonna be P2 for Percy here. As he leaves everyone past. Let's see how Ginge is doing. He's doing slightly better than before. He gets a perfect Sector 3. He might even be able to beat the 131 mark. Which would be an achievement, I think. Locking up slightly on the front right there. As we go towards that last turn. And damn, has time been fixed? Because this time we're actually on time. Oh, and he almost got the sub 131. So that's gonna be interesting. Percy obviously out. Goldfish has just... Oops. Cut the track. Oh, I was about to jump to Yellow Miller. But he just came second then. Let's see what Chonka can still do. Currently sitting in P7. With a slight improvement, he can get P6. With a big improvement, he can potentially get much more. As he could have used the tow by pace there, but decided to stay on the racing line. Wonder how his pace is right now. Ah, that was a very clean hairpin. Pretty much perfect racing line there. Ooh, and the corner cut in the very last turn. It wouldn't have been a improvement anyways, but still a bit unfortunate here. Pace is returning into... Nope. Pace is doing much, but he's neither returning to the pits nor driving over the finish line, which is an absolute pleasure. I was so confused why everyone are on softs, then I realized it's 25%. Yeah, and 25% you pretty much go soft, medium, and that is it. Okay, so we're just waiting on Baddis to return to the pits, and there he is. And there we have our standings. McLarens are split by Yellowmiller, no front row lockout this time, but they are looking strong. Goldfish immediately after them, not much behind Percy. Followed by Gimp and the Red Bull and the two Haas's, the two Mercs, the second Williams and keyboard driver. Racing points are split by the AlphaTauri, followed by the Ferraris and the Alpha of Clayton, who did not manage to get a time in. You can do that, or you can start on mediums and pit on the second last lap to just speed for the fast lap. You could do that, taking that extra point for quickest lap over everything else. But yeah, strategy in 25% is pretty much non-existent, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be soft mediums or medium soft for everyone. I doubt anyone's gonna do the same. Even if you have to pit like in lap 1, I think you can still go through the mediums. My one and only race in Challenger, I did all but the first laps on mediums because I got spun off into turn 1. Yeah. I think I can remember that. Was it Kota? Nah, did we drive Kota? Maybe I can't remember it. But yeah, it's only 14 laps in this one, so it's gonna be a reasonable quick race. But yeah, Shanghai is one of the more high-speed tracks, I'd say. Season finale, Austria. Ah, yes. Yeah, okay. I think at this point, like I was saying to myself, let's give them the formation lap, right? Maybe they can behave. But I think at this point there should be serious considerations of a removal of the formation lap, because, well, half of the drivers are dead, and that's not how it's supposed to be. But yeah, let's just hope lol, the entire grid disqualified. Yes. Yeah, just a few poor souls. They're still going. Das ist nicht so gut. Indeed. And not as good as I would like. Have we lost another? No, we have not. We have lost another. Baddis and Jean-Luc gone as well. Just a few lone survivors. But yeah, I assume in Elite we will not see stuff like this. I hope so, at least. I mean, theoretically... Oh no, Yellowmiller bot is coming. Yellowmiller AI. Theoretically, you should have an advantage by getting like temperature into the tires. Gott im Himmel. Wir quoten the Vettel now. Muss das sein? Anyways, drivers line up on the grid, and we will have our lights out fairly soonish. Wait, is that on time now as well? Oh! Okay. Wait, what did Yellowmill do to get away like that and get away with it? Oh my god, start is coming off and Percy is Tokyo drifting through turn 1 even though we are in Shanghai and he's still in it. He caught his car well after contact with his teammate. And the top 5 are still pretty bunched up. Ginge there with the drift as well. Goldfish going through has only Yellowmill to beat, who is an AI currently. So he's holding off the rest of the grid quite well as we see here. And everyone is still bunched up. Goldfish in P1 now, going through. Gimp sitting in P2. And, well. We have the two Williams of Keyboard Driver and Yellowmill together as we see Chonka and Claydon going into a little bit of on-track battle. Oh, drifting by... was it Clay there? In the end, as he gets passed by the Mercs and Chonka and P. Oh, not the cleanest overtake, if I want to say that. But he gets away with it. Chaotic start. Alonso and Hamilton replay. The two McLarens collided already. It only took them a corner. Goldfish has a drive-through. Ah, shit, yes, for the jump start, correct? So Ginge is in a very good position now, getting past Gimp again. Keyboard Driver is in the mix as well. As Yellowmill gets past, or rather the AI gets past further down. I mean, try to rejoin the lobby, of course, at Yellowmill. Race is not over for you yet. Ooh, I see some overtaken over here as Jean-Luc gets past Percy. And... ooh, Percy around the outside. No, rather Jonas down the inside. Oh, there's been contact between Percy and Chonka. Chonka flies off the track and sits in the barrier, getting passed by almost everyone apart the Ferraris and Clay. Unfortunate for him here, as Percy and Jonas are fighting back and forth. Percy looking for that opportunity to go, ah yeah, all the power has gone in my home. I think that happened before, right? I mean, major F in the chat, but yeah, P10 is not too bad, I assume. It's currently in a battle with Yap. Does he go through? Around the outside indeed, and I think, yeah, Martin is following up to that. Pace currently coming. That's a massive rip. F, yes. Pace is trying to go at him as well, but let's look further up the top. I think Percy's still an interesting perspective to watch, as he is still pushing up on Jonas. No, it didn't happen before. Okay. Ferrari doing Ferrari things. The usual, you know it. Ooh, Percy doing Hamilton things, but fortunately there is asphalt now, and not the trap. Sudden microwave. I was thinking about who to spectate. I think Martin might be a candidate for a move on the back straight, as DRS will be activated in this. I'm trying to join, but the internet isn't working without power. Try tethered internet. Yellowmill has joined. Hey! I mean P11, but well, there's still points inside for him. At least that's what I hope. Ooh, what is this? Keyboard Driver and Claydon. Yeah, ooh, the two alphas, pretty much swap positions now through Goldfish's drive-through. Wait, is that correct? Why is all the times gone? Did I press something? What level is the AI on? 0. We ideally don't want people to leave if you have a disconnect. It's sucks to be you, I guess. Oh my god. Tokyo Drift by Keyboard Driver here. You're catching your car like that with, well, keyboard. How's that guy driving that decently on a keyboard? It baffles me. To be honest, he had the chances to win races in the last season. Like, it is absolutely crazy how good he is, considering that he is, well, keyboard driver. But yeah. Let's see, who are we gonna jump to? I mean, time intervals would be very helpful. I couldn't look on the map, but don't really see some direct battling. I think Goldfish and Yarp might be coming together sooner or later. Obviously Goldfish still has to pit. Drive-through does not count. He has not driven another compound. Well, that's gonna happen the next lap or the lap after. Also this or the next one. And he's surely gonna be chasing for the top again. He's taken quite a bunch of time off Yarp already. Guessing he runs auto gears and at least medium TC, but that's fair enough. I wouldn't imagine anyone driving without TC and manual gears on a keyboard. Oh, Goldfish with a spin. But yeah, to be honest, driving without TC is a little bit painful. I mean, it makes it a real experience, but like without pedals on pad already, absolutely hate it. I wouldn't say absolutely hate it, but I do generally dislike it. Yellowmiller is really gaining some time on pace here, as he had a way better exit, presumably. Goes down the inside, leaves the space around the outside, and that is a clean move for P7. And, well, to directly turn into the pits. Yellowmiller with the first pit stop for the Williams squad. Keyboard driver stays out another lap on the soft tires. We don't have safety car enabled, so if we see yellow flags, it's not immediately panic. Safety car is gonna be enabled in Elite though, so there might be something coming for us. And well, we have Gimp in P4, currently roughly 3 seconds behind Ginge, who should be the on-track first if everyone has stopped. We could do for some details. And there we have the tires, so we can roughly estimate who has stopped and who has not. Pace, Goldfish and Yarp will have to stop sooner or later. Goldfish seemed to have a little bit of a sliding moment there, as he lost quite a bunch of time towards... oh wait. Well... towards Ginge, and Keyboard Driver just goes through the inside. Oh, and there is Clayton as well, who's coming through on the fresh mediums. And I assume that Pace is probably coming to the pits now, as that was a little bit too close for my taste. Almost rear-ending Clayton there. No, Pace is driving another. I think he's losing time at the moment, but yeah. If that is his strategy, he shall go ahead. Clayton, behind Keyboard Driver currently. So waiting for the chance to make a move, as he is in that 1 second window. So if you can make it stick through Sector 2, he's gonna have a decent overtaking opportunity in the third part of the track, on the back straight, the big long straight. If he gets the right exit, of course. Oh, and we have Yellowmiller and Goldfish very close together as well. Two Williams Alfa Romeo battles. One time it's the Williams attacking the Alfa, the other time it is the other way around. And, well, these guys are gonna eat themselves through the field, I assume. I think they should have superior pace to at least the 3 drivers in front of them. Judging from the qualifying, of course. And we will see Clayton getting the DRS here. Keyboard driver does not have such a luxury, but apparently had a way better exit out of that long right-hander and took the speed with him a little bit better. Still, not even half of the race done. So, ooh, damn. Jean-Luc and Pace finally going into the pits. Easy pass for Jean-Luc. Even gets the DRS for the main straight. What tires did Clayton start on? I'm pretty sure it's softs. Yes, he has pit yet. His mediums are 1 lap old. So yeah, from the lap count on the tires, you can see pretty well. Could have sworn he started from the back. Yes, he did. He started last. I don't know how, but he gained like 8 positions at the start. And then he was just up there in the midfield and has since then driven a race that was free of mistakes. Obviously, Goldfish dropped down because of his drive-through. Yellow Mellow dropped down because of his AI. Percy dropped down because of his almost spin. Clayton doing well there to keep his front wing. Pull the Kimi, I guess. Yes, it is the Alpha. The Alpha way to go with the racing. And there we have the first corner cutting warning that I've seen, at least, before Jonas and the 7th position and the Mercs. Ooh, and Clayton there running slightly wide. Sorry. Getting a time penalty there as well. It's looking a bit of a yikes. Oh, Goldfish and Pace battling. Pace should pull away as he has the DRS. And he's on the inside. If he doesn't outbrake himself, he should be through. Goldfish cuts deep, tries for a potential switchback. Not a chance for him. And Goldfish seems to have picked up some damage to go back into the pits. I reckon he could get 3rd, maybe 2nd. Speaking of 2nd, no, I don't want to curse anyone. But Gimp is doing very well currently. Would really love to see him getting a good position for once, as he has been quite unfortunate with the circumstances. Has been taken out in the midfield. Magic sometimes. So Clayton goes for the switchback. He will definitely have the better exit out of this one. Has to lift a little bit as Keyboard Driver is wide. But is he wide enough? I do heavily doubt it. Clayton goes through the inside. Pushes Keyboard Driver. Oh wait, what? Okay, that was ambitious. I think Keyboard Driver didn't have much of a chance, as he was forced towards the outside of the track a little bit, and maybe, yeah, did not have the space that he might have wanted. Over to Percy, who is currently fighting Jean-Luc, who's doing a reasonable comeback, to be honest. Gimp for Drivers' Championship. Oh, I would love to see that. But yeah, Jean-Luc in P5 doing quite well so far. Percy obviously qualified in P3. Wants to go quicker, and he looks like he could go quicker. We're gonna see. Probably at the back straight. Has to care to not run into Jean-Luc beforehand. The gap ahead of them and behind of them is currently quite big. Oh, and Gimp has made some kind of a mistake. Did do a little spin or something. Let's just hope he doesn't have front wing damage, but it seems to be alright with his car. Just some major time loss, and he is now sitting behind Keyboard Driver. Clayton currently from P16 to P2, so big improvement from him. Had an amazing start, and since then, a race that has been reasonably clean. Percy here is probably gonna snack, blame Herbie for that. Yes, is he gonna snack Jean-Luc? He's got the outside line. They're coming together a little bit. That was too ambitious. I think he tried to go for a very close switchback. Oh no, Herbie starting spectator's curse. Hey. Well, as the two main casters for Rocket Sundays, I'm pretty sure this isn't our first rodeo. And to be honest, I think I've cursed the Herbie drivers, or now Fabi drivers if we wanted, quite a bunch of times before. Oh, that was probably Stanny standing there. T-posing on the track. Wait, did he come together with Gimp again? Oh no, Gimp is losing further positions. He's now behind Percy. And that is a bit of a yikes. I really jinxed it, right? I'm so sad. Of all people driving here, I think Gimp's the one whose turn it is with the podium positions. Canada virtual safety car flashbacks. In that case, Rage Quit and Dommy for Drivers' Championship. Jean-Luc was good at holding people off until he wasn't. Well, well, well. Percy's... Is he gonna take him now? I think, like, he has such a good exit. That should have been it now. ERS activated. I mean, he's not getting closer, which is weird. It's like Jean-Luc having Mercedes engine buff here or something. Percy trying to go for another shot. He gets a decent exit, but not good enough on overtake ERS, but it is not enough. It is not enough. 3 laps to go. Set up an ERS. Yeah, it might be. If you go like for a higher speed setups, it's quite OP because you can't really be overtaken. Can you not really be overtaken? Apparently you can be overtaken on the not straight parts of the course. And well, if you just quick on the straights, what can the opponents do? Like, and he got out of the slipstream too early. Okay, but Merc engine as well. Yeah, completely apart from the fact that everything's balanced here. But hey, Mercedes engine, am I right? Let's go to Mercedes engine versus Mercedes engine. Just gotta do it on the corners, as Percy did, and he's already out of that 1 second window. I assume Gimp is gonna have the next try. No, Gimp is not having the next try. Gimp is in fact spun around in this very... I should never say Gimp again. I'm sad. Yellowmellow though, fighting against Jonas to split those... Oh my god. Whoop. We have to go up there. Oh, and there's a spin. I think Jonas has been spun, and there's contact between Keyboard Driver and Clayton. It looks like both of them have recovered somewhat reasonably well. Jins is driving his Hamilton performance up there. Good old lead over everyone else. Back to Clayton, who has to chase after Keyboard Driver again. Gotta say, that was a bit of a bold move. Ooh, and Batters with the retirement. Well. Clayton is a good bit away. I wonder... Yeah, Clayton with the front wing damage on the right side. Let's see. Does Keyboard Driver have damage as well? No. Percy's gonna be the laughing third in this one. This makes me want to go back to Challenger. Would be up there with the Ginge, as if not ahead. Yeah, likely. Let's not talk about me not doing any races in Elite yet. Shh. It will be alright. That's the first time for everyone. No, I think your pace was decent, so should be decent overall, I'd assume. I'm quite excited about the new combination of like drivers up there. There have been 3 or 4 new teams, I think, overall. I need to be in Challenger this season, please. Thank you. I highly doubt that, Mr. Arch. You belong in the pink car, if it's Rocket Sundays or Formula Sundays, it doesn't matter. Brakes and crew hype. Yeah, it is. It is a bit of a hype combo, I guess. I mean, I'm a little bit scared of the Williams team. I've switched to wheel with no traction. Well, you will get quicker, slower, and then you will get quicker. It's like in Rocket League. You first get worse, and then you get better. I reckon with a clean race I could be like top 7 or something. Did we register pink? Well, I mean purple is acceptable as well. Hey, and to be honest, like, if you're still down for it, I still have those 2 purple Mercs lying around, so hit me up. Back to Formula Sundays though, as the races... Oh my god. Holy shit. I don't know if Percy just braked late or if Clayton braked absolutely early. Because that looked scary. It almost looked like he wanted to Percy to rear-end him. No homo. Oh, the bus. Yeah, no name changes. We dislike name changes. Oh. Overtake by Jean-Luc on Yellemelle in the very last lap. But is he gonna get a comeback? I do not know. Percy, since he got through Clayton, is now chasing after Keyboard Driver. A second away, might still get a move done on the back straight. His teammate is pretty much in the clear, 20 seconds ahead of anyone else. 10 seconds for a corner cut. We don't know what Pace did. We do not know. Oh, but I'm looking forward to what Percy will do. Keyboard Driver there is looking... to be honest, decent. That was not the worst exit by him at all. To be honest... Oh my god, Percy going all out there. That might have cost him... No, it doesn't. Clayton is already too far behind. Oh, and Yellemelle in the back is still fighting with Jean-Luc somehow. I have the feeling that Stanny played a minor role in this. And Ginge, pretty much uncontested, takes the victory here. Oops. And who's gonna be second? Keyboard Driver stays right where he is. No penalties. Yellemelle comes through as well. Oh, Jean-Luc just slightly behind him. That little lapping maneuver on Stanny cost him a bit of time. That might have cost him a P4 ultimately. Had to curse this one. Yeah. But yeah, drivers are coming through. Last point is probably gonna go to Clay. Roses are red, violets are blue, Gimp blue P2, McLaren 1-2. Not quite the McLaren 1-2 just yet. There's been a Keyboard Driver in between. Well, no, 1-3. And the last drivers are coming through. As we have seen a decent Challenger opener. Obviously, few of the... That was a great recovery. Yeah, Yellemelle did like hella fine, to be honest. Just on track, improving from P11 to P5, I think. So, a very decent effort. Ginge, obviously, No, was it Ginge? Yeah, I think it was Ginge. Ginge up in P1, taking that first victory of the season. McLarens are gonna be a force to mess with, of course. I think McLarens versus Williams will be the battle of this season. To be honest, the Mercs looked very decent as well, though, and I think with a, well, incident-free race, Alpha can be up there as well. Alfa Romeo, that is. As Clayton has been super quick, and Goldfish, well, apart from his drive-through, was looking somewhat decent as well. But yeah, that's the standings for Challenger. Ginge in P1, Keyboard Driver following up, taking that P2, third step on the podium is going to be occupied by Percy. Clay Dunn, not Clay, Yellamella, Jean-Luc, Gimp, Martin, Jonas, and the real Clay are completing the top 10 now. And then we have Chonka, Yap, Goldfish, Pace, and the Raris of Stanny and Baddis in the lower positions. So, McLaren versus Williams. What is this, the early 90s? Well, you'd wish. We will go into a short break as my voice needs a break and the setup needs some time. So yeah, see you in a bunch of minutes, and we will be back somewhat soonish.